Alright, so today I'm taking another look at Fuduntu. Fuduntu being the previously Fedora-based distribution, which takes a lot of cues from the Ubuntu side of things. However, Fuduntu has forked itself completely and it is now its own independent beast. So starting in 2012, with this first release being 2012.1, it is going to be a rolling release, a rolling distribution that is now its own. It's rolling its own repos, it's rolling its own software release cycle, and in that sense, I think they're making some very nice moves. Now, first of all, the first move that is going to be the most obvious here is the complete lack of GNOME 3 and GNOME Shell and all of those things that are an annoyance to the traditional desktop user. So here we are with good old-fashioned GNOME 2.32. Now, there's not a whole lot different here except for the fact that we have the panel and we have the dock, just like in previous releases. I'm not really going to spend too much time talking about this distribution because I have done a previous review on it, and you can click on the link here and that will take you to that review. However, this distribution now is its own independent beast and it is a rolling distribution, so I believe it is worth a mention. As far as applications go, like I said in my previous review, you don't get a whole bunch, but it is a nice base, especially for a laptop distribution, as you do have the Jupyter Power Manager up here in the top right panel. You can easily change screen resolutions, screen orientations, you can change your video displays and things of that nature. Then of course, if you're running this on native hardware, which by the way I'm not, it is in VirtualBox, you will get options there to throttle down your CPU and things of that nature. So we've got the volume manager here as well, which isn't much to write home about. We've got the network manager, and of course we've got the battery indicator and calendar. Nothing really new there to speak of. Under system, we've got all the classic GNOME 232 settings that we have all seen before, except for the create background slideshow, which is Krebs, which is quite a nice application. I used to use this a lot when I was running GNOME 2.32, and basically you just come in here, you add what images you want to, and then it will just create a little slideshow here, and you can set that as your wallpaper and it will automatically rotate through those wallpapers. Now, speaking of wallpapers, it does actually have some pretty nice wallpapers included by default here, just some nice minimalist branded ones that are quite they're quite arty in my opinion, and yeah, they don't look too bad at all. Now, Nautilus does not look that different in that we are running Nautilus Elementary here as opposed to the regular Nautilus, so it does have the more modern side panel here with a bit more categorization as far as personal devices and network goes. Again, using the Faenza Cupertino icon set to give it that slightly bluish Mac feel to it. And we've just got a few productivity apps here thrown in, as well as Google Docs for your office and internet, and we've got Chromium web browser, Dropbox and Google Mail, again being a web link, Empathy and Remina there for your remote desktop client. Sound and video, we've just got Banshee, Brasero Cheese, VLC, and we've got the Illyris being the GNOME tweak tool, and you've got all the bug reporting stuff. Now, as far as package management is concerned, because it is based off Fedora, you are going to have the classic Fedora install and remove software, or add remove software. So this is a bit of a downside in that I'm hoping in the future they're going to do something a bit more advanced here with the package manager, because it is using Yum on the back end like any Fedora-based distribution would. But it'd be great to see a different GUI on the front, as I've said before, this is probably one of the oldest software managers you're going to come across. So again, I'm not going to go into this distribution with too much detail, as most of this is classic Fedora stuff, but it's interesting to see that Fuduntu has now taken its own stand, and it is now its own beast, and it's going to operate under its own heading and its own repos. And I think for that, they deserve some serious kudos, because I think there are many users out there which are very disgruntled with the whole futuristic drive of the desktop, especially GNOME 3 and Unity. So it's great to see, and actually I had one of my commenters on one of my other videos who was looking for a distribution where it only has one desktop environment that it focuses on and rolls its own set of repos instead of it being based off something else. So definitely to that commenter, and I tried looking for the comment so I could mention your name, but unfortunately I wasn't able to find it. So definitely, if you are that person, leave that comment down below again, and I thank you very much. And this is the answer to that distribution inquiry, hopefully. Anyway, definitely let me know what you think in the comments below, whether you like this kind of distribution in that it's starting to do its own thing. It's independent now from the rest of the mothership, and I think it's probably a good thing in the long run for users to have a choice of systems that they can use, that not everybody's going to be running the same desktop environment like GNOME 3 or Unity or KDE or any of those other systems. So it's definitely a very solid, well-performing. The power management is top-notch. It's a very traditional desktop. It's exactly what you'd expect. And it'll be interesting to see where these guys go in the future. Once again, thank you for watching. Definitely leave a comment below telling me what you think of this independent distribution now and where you'd like to see it go in the future. Give the like button some love and consider subscribing if you'd like this content on a regular basis. And to all of those who have, thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. We are nearing 1 million views on this channel now, which is pretty fantastic. And I appreciate each and every one of you coming back and seeing each of these videos and leaving comments and all of that fun stuff. And with that, I shall leave you to get back to whatever interwebbing you were doing before you got distracted here. Peace out, everybody.